Can you tell it どこまで俺たちがいけるかって誰もが知らないレベル目指して答えなら好みで正面に上り詰め全身果てにまた挑戦して食える自家点家乗り越えていくだけ互いに手取り替える不可能さたとえどうなっても止まらない Ready for fight I'm the last one that's in the world
Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Choochagatari Unlimited Trainworks. It's me, Rose, and with me, as always, are Elvie.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, and John.
We almost forgot to record this.
We did almost forget. We all forgot, all of us, I think.
I think I don't know. I think it was past the time we usually do it, and for some reason I was like, did I forget to do something?
Yes.
That's how I was like, because usually there's at least one thing. I'm not saying I have an eventful life. I definitely don't think I do, like all of us, but I know at least I have maybe at least one important thing I need to do every day. Usually, there's a schedule, and I was like,
yeah,
nothing happened today on this Tuesday.
No, I was the same way. I was just doing the dishes, and then all of a sudden I turn around and go, wait, what time is it? I was like, wait a second.
I was just hanging out with Niall, and he was like, did y'all wrap up Choochagatari early or something? And I was just like,
yeah, when I checked what time it was, I just opened my phone, and there was one notification from you in all caps saying, we forgot! I was like, oh my God. So, oopsie, but it's fine, we're here now.
Yeah, the episode will probably still be on time. I'm just gonna have to do it immediately after we record, which is fine.
Oops.
It's okay.
But yeah, so yeah, I mean, it's not like we don't have that much to talk about, I don't think. The season's just about to end for a lot of these shows. And then a bunch of shows are starting up again, so it's not like we're going crazy. But this is our episode that we're going to talk about the upcoming summer anime, which will start in 2 weeks or so, I believe, most of them.
Something like that.
Yeah, so yeah, we all opened up. Well, we went to several different chart websites trying to figure out which one will help us the best, because this is a weird time for once of this type of thing where there's a bunch of shows that never finished or even got halfway through that are going to pick up again towards the beginning of July. But yeah, we're going to try to cover everything as usual, as we always do. So yeah, let's get started with this, because there's quite a few.
Yeah, and I mean, for those of you that might not be that don't have their finger on the pulse, as they say, a good amount of these shows, which we're going to point out, will be leftovers from last season, because they are finally getting back to, the work from home is starting to take effect. So some of these shows are going to be coming back. Some of these shows, which we're probably going to mention right off the bat, they have basically come back already, but in order to fill in some of the gap, they are starting 4 episodes behind. So we could just start here. A Certain Scientific Railgun T, that's coming back. That's a leftover, but I don't know if that one is specifically. I don't know if that's specifically a if that is. If it's started a bit ago, or if they're starting 2 episodes, I don't know.
No, it's supposed. So that one I know, actually.
Okay. Yes.
It's so they stopped after episode 13 or 14 or something.
Okay.
Just last month, towards the beginning of or halfway through May or something like that, and they said basically a couple weeks ago, yeah, we're coming back on July 20th or something like that. I don't know what it says here now. It's not popping up on mine for some reason.
It says it's going to be a month. So
yeah.
Yep,
that's about right.
And you watched Railgun so far.
Yep.
Are you looking forward to it returning?
I don't know. I feel like it's had a big problem. I think out of any show to suffer the most from this type of thing, it's because you remember when I've talked about Index and Accelerator, where they just yell out like acronyms and stuff at each other and proper nouns. Yeah. So imagine that, but one episode, like all of a sudden there's just not an episode for 2 weeks or something, and then you have to go back and they're like going like, damn, that thing that happened 4 episodes ago, and it was like, that was like a year. That was like a year ago at this point. I don't know. It's very hard to keep track of everything, especially when they're introducing new characters.
Totally.
All the time. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Up in the air with that one. It's still better than either of the other ones.
All right.
I know. Okay. So I don't know if our lists are different, but I'm just going to say what's going on my list, or what's on my live chart thing that's showing for me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So first off is what is this one? Ahiro no Sora. I forget its real name.
That's been yeah, I've been following that like here, and that's been
Okay.
running. It's about
it's
just a really long sports anime running in the background, like Haikyuu.
4 cores.
I know. So I actually haven't watched it in a hot second. I'm assuming it's just going. There's probably nothing new to say to it. So I need to hop back on it soon. But
yeah, it doesn't seem like it even went on hiatus. It just looks like
it's just been going.
Yeah, it's just been
going.
going.
Just the way of sports anime.
Yeah.
They just go.
They all live in their own world. They aren't affected by the realities of our society.
They do. Whenever I applaud Haikyuu for like having such a huge community. But whenever it's brought up, I feel like some of those people don't watch anything else. Like, like that's fine. But it's like weird. It's kind of weird.
All right. Next up is Apariranmon. John, that's you watched some of that.
Yeah,
they're only on episode 4.
Yeah, they only got to episode 4 before it got delayed, and they are just. I think they are starting to just air it again as if it never aired. Like,
right.
I think they put out the first episode, like, could have been like very recently again. They just aired it, and they're just like, yeah, we're airing it again, just like it would be, So they'll put episode 2 out next week, and then 3, and then I guess 4 after a month. So, yeah, it's a really weird thing that they're kind of like pretending that it didn't happen, basically, which it seems like that's just what they're doing for a lot of these shows. But I mean, I'm kind of interested to see that show come back again. I have some slight reservations with it, but I still like the basic premise, and I like the racing, and I like that it's just fucking wacky races but anime. It's a really pretty, colorful show. So I'm looking forward to it coming back. I am excited to see what it will look like once it returns.
All right. All right. So as always, these descriptions for these anime that we don't know that are coming up are very machine translated most of the time. Very obviously so. So let's just go here. Bisatsu Olympia.
I'm watching this now, actually.
Yeah. Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can explain it if you want. Yeah, go for it. That's better than this description.
I can even quickly talk about it, because what's great about this series, it's technically just a bunch of shorts, so it's not even like... and I think this is another show where it was supposed to finish its run last season, and now it's like kind of just now resuming. And it's basically a show about like a guy in ancient Greece. He's kind of wimpy. He just wants to do the art. He just wants to make art. He just wants to do like simple crafting things. But then he's like surrounded by like a whole kind of like very high masculine culture. Like, oh yeah, you gotta fight to like, cement your place in like your town or whatever. Like, he has like some sort of rival where he's like, like competing over his like a girl he likes, etc. And then one day he just gets zapped in, like, 1960s Japan. And it's a whole thing where, like, the ancient Greeks are depicted as, like, these claymation they look like the statues you would see in like a museum. They look like ancient Greek statues and how that aesthetic is. But then in Japan, everyone's like a flat 2D cartoon character, and they literally are like flat. They like accentuate the fact that they're like, you know, like when they turn around, it's just like flat paper turning. It's really good. So it's like a really cool mixed media show, and it's very like my best way to describe it's very shit posty. I feel like, you know, the person who made this is the same person who made that series where a Roman man gets accidentally time travel. This person loves like ancient Greece and like Roman nerdy stuff. They made that series, and I don't know if either of you like heard of it, but and a Roman man like gets that accidentally time travels through a tunnel where he ends up in a Japanese bathhouse, and he tries to bring that knowledge back to like Rome, saying like, oh my gosh, the Japanese it's like a weird like, oh, Japanese bathhouses are the best in the world, and he tries to bring that information about Japanese. I don't know if you heard about it. Yeah, it's the same person, and this is based on this series is based on a manga, like both of them are. And what's interesting is that they decide to make the manga is just straight up just drawn. It's just like a drawn thing and whatever. It's like pretty straightforward like manga. And it's just interesting how the series decided to take a crazy looking mixed media approach. So it's and I really appreciate it. It makes it really more goofy. So like each short is kind of like them showing a fact about like ancient Greece and how like, and it's always like a disgusting fact. Like I feel like like it's always like it's basically like kind of dunking on it, you know. And I just like it. It's like clearly someone who loves this stuff, and it's just like there's a whole recurring joke where he's just naked all the time, and no one bats an eye to that. And then like so like there's a lot of shots where he's just conveniently covered in a certain way. But no, yeah, it's pretty funny so far. I don't know if you're into that. And like every ending song's different, or it's just singing about a weird. Actually, the ending songs is literally just like stock footage they like put up of random things. I don't know. It's just hard to explain. It's one of those things where it's very odd, and you kind of have to see it. But yeah, this has been running. So. And he just time travels back and forth, like just randomly. There's no reason why. It just makes no sense, but I'm okay with that. It's a very weird show. But yeah.
Oh, all right. I've noticed there weren't many 5-minute long like short things this last season, you know? Because like I feel like every season I ended up watching at least one of them, and there just didn't seem to be one.
Or it's always like a kids series or some sort of thing that's never really in this main bar chart. So it's like kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah, weird. All right, next up is Bungo Alchemist. That's just continuing. I really thought it was related to Bungo Stray Dogs. I said this last time when we were going to list. It has nothing to do with any of it. It's just
coincidentally the same thing, though.
It's the same exact fucking thing. Oh, yeah. It's the same fucking thing. Except it's about books. I don't know. Like they fight books or something. All right. Next up is Card Fight Vanguard. Gaiden
if.
Listen, yeah, he's a Vanguard fighter, Koji Ibuki. One day he's called to the Tatsunagi residence when he was suddenly transported to the If world. But the If world has a distorted history where card fighting doesn't exist.
Oh,
what the fuck?
What a fucked up world.
That is fucked. In the If world, Ibuki met... No, not at all. No. So... Ibuki meets these mysterious girls, a magical girl, and the fairy of the cards. Wait.
There's no card fighting. Why is
there no card fighting? Why is there fairy? What?
Well, hang on now. They are the blaster pair.
Oh, they summon units from cards in their battle against the evil. Okay, now hold the...
Hang on.
That sounds like a card fight.
Do we have to watch this?
No, we do not have to watch this. I think we got everything.
Is this part of like a bigger franchise?
Oh yeah, Card Fight Vanguard. Card Fight Vanguard's pretty big.
Yeah.
This one is resuming. Also, it looks like, based on episode 5 is coming in a couple days. I'm going to assume. I do. Okay, wait. How can you get teleported to a world where card fighting doesn't exist and then meet two people from there who fight with cards? Then it exists.
Because they're the blaster pair. Come on.
Oh man.
Blaster
All
pair.
Right. Blaster pair is horrible, and I hate you saying that.
Yeah, I don't like those pair of words.
It sounds just obscene.
It sounds
you would.
Crude. It sounds very crude.
It's very crude. Yeah.
That's why I keep saying it.
So again, I'm just going to say the Japanese words. Hopefully, try my best not to butcher it. I'm sorry. Chofutsu Toshi Kashiwa Densetsu R, which is a gag anime set in Kashiwa featuring high school girls and mysterious creatures. There's a little Loch Ness monster on there.
Yeah,
and
what is
stuff.
that? I like that.
I don't know. I want to see it now. I like the
Yeah.
little bunny thing that's floating. That sounds all right. I'm check that out. That's a
Oh,
3-minute
I mean, it's
one.
big enough where we don't know if it's going to be bad, right? So that's
Right.
kind of the whole
So-
thing. It's like, okay, I'm enticed right now, but
So you're using the Romanji. You can switch over to English.
You can switch. Oh man! All right, I'm doing it. I'm doing it right now. This is
Yeah.
gonna make everything easier. Oh, here we go. All right.
'Cause
Oh,
I was
here
like,
we
I was
go.
like, what the fuck are you talking about? Where is this shit? And I
Okay,
was like,
I'm
oh,
so
no.
sorry. All right, here. All right, this is easier. Okay. So they're rebroadcasting Cinderella 9 for some reason.
Wasn't that okay? So wasn't that the show that like people saw? I think like the Blu-ray clips, and it looked like a normal show.
Two
But
totally different productions.
No, that wasn't. That was Toyotomi or Toriyami.
Okay, that's a
I
different
forget.
show.
It's a different.
why are there
show.
so many lesbian baseball shows all of a sudden?
Why are there so many boy basketball ones all the time? That's what I'm saying.
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
Fair.
So
sorry.
apparently it has an extra episode. That's all that's
Okay.
different. Weird. All right. That usually you just release that on the Blu-ray, but okay.
Yeah.
Decadence is the next one by
Decadence.
Studio Nut.
Studio.
Hell yeah.
Oh
So-
my god.
This one. Many years have passed since humanity was driven to the brink of extinction. Stop me if you heard that one before. By the sudden emergence of the unknown life forms Gadal. Those humans that survived now dwell in a 3,000 meter high mobile fortress, Decadence, built to protect themselves. Denizens of Decadence fall into two categories, gears and warriors who fight Gadal daily. Oh, and tankers. Wait.
Gears, who are warriors who fight the Gadal, and tankers. Those.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I messed that up. Okay. Those without the skills to fight, yeah. One day, Natsume, a tanker girl who dreams of becoming a gear, meets surly Kaburagi, an armor repairman. This chance meeting between seemingly two opposites, the girl with a positive attitude never gives up on her dreams, and the realist who has given up on his, will shake the future course of this world. Okay,
It could be interesting.
Yeah,
it could be.
That's not a horrible premise, but it's
No.
not. It doesn't like.
It's
really
like it's not a
grab ya.
unique premise, but I just
No.
I'm just very like enticed by the key art here. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
that's cool. Like I don't know. I fall for that shit. Like vertical world, yeah, just world in the sky, sure.
Sure.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
So I looked up the studio, and the only thing they ever did was the Tanya of Evil anime, and FLCL are alternatives. So
Oh. Wow.
yeah, yeah.
So next up is our Diary of Our Days at Breakwater.
Fishing girls.
This is coming back, yes, Fishing Girls. So that's airing on July 28th again. They're rebroadcasting it because they aired 3 episodes.
Yeah, same thing as
Before.
Sakari Ramen. Yeah.
That one might be good. I don't know. I was enjoying it more than the Space Girls one because they were actually fishing.
Oh yeah, they never see their asteroid.
Yeah, they never saw an asteroid. They didn't really do much in that one overall.
They actually
I'd
did,
say.
to be honest. Yeah, it was.
Whereas
fine,
this
but yeah,
one, they
you're
caught
right.
fish immediately.
I am so
Oh,
sick.
shoot.
I'm so sick and tired of girls doing blank shows where the girls don't actually do the fucking thing.
I know. Like in
So-
K-On! They actually played the damn instruments and
do.
shit. Yeah.
Yes.
I will never ever forgive board game girls. Like fucking
No,
hell.
I won't either.
That is a grudge you're allowed to hold because
Yeah.
I haven't touched it because of you because you let me know and you suffered to let us know
Like
that's not a show worth it.
Because the thing is, they did play board games, but the show wasn't about them playing board games. You feel
Yeah.
it was like they were playing it, but the whole time they're just like, "Oh, here's my weird past," and it's just like,
Yeah.
what does this have to do with the board? Like, God, just talk about fucking Catan. I want to hear you talk about Catan. Jesus.
I even would have been fine if they had gone the angle that they seemed to start be going, where it was like, well, the last episode that I watched before I just couldn't take it anymore was like the glasses girl was making her own board game, and she was like, "This is my
Yeah.
goal." I would have been like, "That's if you
Yeah.
explored like what it is like to make video board games, like that's an interesting angle too." And they didn't. They didn't.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Shameful.
I agree.
All right, next up is Digimon Adventure, which I did not hear many positive things about from anyone I knew.
Is it purely because it's like, why does this exist if it just seems to be shot by shot?
I heard that they blew their load too quick, for lack of a better term, and like had what was the big Digimon they had like immediately, John? Didn't they have like the movie one?
They changed the order stuff.
Yeah. You don't know?
I don't really know. Did they just bring like Omnimon in like immediately?
Yes, episode 2.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I know. Everyone was like really like, oh, okay. And then I think episode 3 was like, whatever. And I feel like that made people negative on it, but I don't know.
Well, it's coming back, so I guess
We'll find out.
someone will tweet about it.
Duel Masters King, I hate to look at this, and I'm not going to give it any more benefit of the doubt here.
Yeah.
That is heinous. That is disgusting.
No, I don't condone that.
That is like the worst hairstyle I have ever seen in my life, and I'm going to move on.
He just has a D
Fire
on
Force
his head.
season
in
2.
his hair?
Yeah, it's a D.
Why is there?
For Duel.
Is he like fucking Kid Icarus over there? Fuck that.
Oh boy.
That marshmallow little one over.
Hey.
So Fire Force season 2, it starts in a little over a week. How are you feeling about that, Elfie?
I have to do this.
You don't have to, but
No, and again, I you know, as much as I complain about Fire Force, it's like, yeah, there are a lot of things that are great about it, but then there's other things not great about it. So I'm just, you know, it's something on my plate.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you have to eat things, even though you know you don't like what you eat. You know, if you look back as a kid and maybe you didn't like certain vegetables, but you know, you kind of have to force yourself to eat that stuff because you're growing up and you need vegetables. But
Eat
this
your
is that.
piece.
I'm not saying though Fire Force is like essential to your diet. It's not. It's definitely not. But it's on my plate already. I can't.
what a way to say that. You're not saying that it's essential to your diet.
Yeah. So I will be following it. Essentially it's like, oh yeah, I started this, so I need to know what happens next, right? I don't know. I don't know if they'll improve upon it.
I'm shocked, to be honest, that they're making another one after the Blu-rays for the season 1.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. Yeah, so I don't.
Oof. All right, next up is Food Wars, the 5th plate.
Speaking of food, yeah.
Yeah, that was delayed. That's part of your essential diet, I guess. That's apparently, like, I always hear that that's like the number one watch thing on Crunchyroll or something is what I always end up hearing, which is wild to me, but okay.
This is like the last season, right?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
Let's hope. I don't know. I'm just kidding. I don't want to say.
People still really love that show, you know? I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I'm sure it's fun.
Yeah.
I get it. I totally get it. Okay, next up is Fruits Basket Season 2, which is continuing. I don't think it ever stopped.
I actually don't know either. I didn't even finish the first season because it's just like
I really want to watch it, but there's so many things.
there is so many things. It's a lot, and it's also there are so many things that did not age well, and well, we're not even good back then, but you know.
Well, you see, like, they're gonna get to the Eternal Banquet, I think, now, and stuff, so.
Yeah.
Next up is Get Up, Get Live, Gara Gara. I'm sorry, hashtag Gara Gara. It seems to be aspiring comedians who are being VTubers. I don't know. That's what it seems to be.
Great.
Weird. Okay. Don't know what to say about that. That's like 1 minute long. Okay, wow.
Yeah,
what?
who fucking...
Woof.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay. Next up is Gibiate? Gibiate? Gibiate?
Or is it Gibeat? I don't know.
Gibiate? Oh man, Gibiate?
Giblets.
Sure,
Giblets. It's in 2030 Japan, a virus has infected humans throughout the world. Infected people turn into different forms of monsters based on their age, sex, and race.
Uh-oh.
The virus is named
Wow.
Gibbia after being rich in variety. Like Gibbia?
What's Scibia?
I'm gonna
Is it a
Googling.
plant?
Googling. What does it mean?
I'm not finding anything.
I'm not. Yeah, me either. There's like pictures of like a. Is that like an octopus?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing. There's no information about what this is. Okay.
It's like a cuttlefish or something.
But just then a pair of samurai and ninja appeared in the Blighted Wasteland.
So did they
Yeah.
wait, you finish it first.
They both traveled from the early Edo
Did
period.
they time travel to go to the future to save the future?
I guess.
Fighting together to help with help from a doctor who tries to find a cure for Gibbia. Facing ceaseless attacks from Gibbias and outlaws that attack travelers for food, they start their dangerous journey with enemies all around.
There's so many things wrong with this. I'll tell you what, this is the first like piece of media that has a virus that apparently discriminates. Like that is impressive. Like wow, you went there.
I'm extremely worried about how that will shake out. Oh my god.
Yeah, that is odd.
It's scary. I don't want to touch that.
Gibbia.
Jibia.
Next up is The Great Pretender, which is Wit Studios' original anime. We talked about this a little bit before, a few episodes ago. Yeah, it's about this big con man in Japan who tries to trick this guy, but then he gets tricked by him, and then they end up becoming like high-level con men in the mafia and stuff like that, I think in Los Angeles or something.
Sounds fun.
It could be good. Wit
looks
Studio
good.
usually makes good stuff, so...
Yeah, it looks really good. Like the trailer had a really fun kick to it, so you know,
Yeah.
it's something that I think a lot of us have been like. We saw this trailer like years ago, and a lot of us are just like now to this point we're still starved from it because we can't watch it properly for some reason still. But yeah, when we get to eventually watch it, I'm sure like, yeah, it so far it seems promising, right? So
Yeah. My only concern, I think, was hearing that it had like a lot of drug stuff in it. Because I'm never very positive on the drug depictions in anime. Because it's always like,
Yeah.
it makes me think of like the Kara no Kyokai movie where they have weed and they act like they lost their fucking mind and they're going to kill everyone because they had weed.
yeah.
Next up, John. Your friend returned.
Dog
Healing
is
good
sick
pretty
once
cure.
again.
The dog is sick again.
I can't wait.
They're going back to work and that dog is still sick. So I don't know. That feels kind of sick to me.
They isolated for a while, and the dog is still sick. Oh. It's fucked up.
we finally caught up on the Twitter. I took the time to take the last screenshots, so you know we're ready. You know, I'm ready to post new screenshots. I'm like 90% sure that I was like, for some people, the first person to tell them that the show was gonna be on, that was coming back, and it was gonna be on Crunchyroll, because like I got some retweets on there of people being like, "Yo!" So I informed the masses by telling them the dog was gonna continue to be sick.
All right.
It's fucked up.
It is fucked up. Didn't they announce like the next Precure already, or maybe I'm thinking of something else?
I think they announced that there's going to be a new girl in this
Oh, okay.
season. Yeah, there's Cure Earth, I think, is the new girl, and she looks like a grown ass woman. So
All right.
yeah,
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe one of their moms is gonna join. Just be like, "Oh, kids."
You need
That'd
an
be
escort
cool.
and
Get a mom
chaperone.
involved.
All right, yeah, sure. I mean, I'll tell you next episode because it's gonna be back. You know, so
All right. This next one doesn't have any description. I'm not going to
Or
read it.
image.
That one, I know it's weird. That one is it's a mini series. It's a really low budget mini series about like a hula club.
A hula club.
Girls in a hula
okay.
club, yes. And this in particular, so this is like an old show. Like this is that, and it's very low budget. But the art style's kind of cute. It looks like Puyo Pop in my opinion. But this in particular, from what I understand, is that they're using this as an experiment to test out anime work from home capabilities. Like, can we just make an anime entirely from work from home? And then this iteration of the series specifically is about the girls having to deal with COVID, and they can't do their Hula Club anymore because of COVID. I'm not kidding.
What
That
the
is the
fuck?
description of this. It's fucked up. So I don't know. It's weird. They're like using these characters to. Yeah, it's like a weird experiment. So I don't know if it might be interesting to check out. But
I kind of respect that. No, not even kind of. I just straight up respect that. That's kind of great.
So it's like they're using this this is like a low budget series, so you don't need a lot of resources, so they're using it as a means of like, how can we make an anime entirely from home? We don't have to, and then in addition to making it relevant to the plot itself, where these anime girls are unfortunately affected by COVID, so that's cool. It's fucked up. But yeah, they're a hula club. I don't know why it's called Staying Babies. I guess it means like stay at home, but that's kind of weird. I'm not gonna ask.
Because it says they're the hula-ing babies, so the babies are staying home.
Yeah, like babes. Yeah.
I don't know why they're the babies, but they're staying home.
You never know. Next up is La 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 Coco 2. I don't know what this is, but there's little cats and stuff, so it's probably some sort
Stylish.
of... Yeah.
La 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 Coco 2, the sequel.
2, the sequel, yeah. This one's it's taking a darker turn. It's about the cycle of revenge. Lapis Relights, based on a mixed media project that blends fantasy, magical girl, and idol elements. Wow, okay. Lapis Relights will follow a group of students as they train to become idols. Together they'll use magic of music and the magic of, literal magic in their performances.
This personality in the
All right.
Yeah. God. Baseball show's continuing. Major second. That's yep. Mucal Dreamy is a leftover. That was from last season, I think, and it's just got delayed a little.
Did anyone watch that?
Nope, but maybe I should. I don't know. Look at that. Do you see those? You see what's going on there? That's crazy.
Yeah, check those little bastards out. It's great.
They have those little bastards in their hands. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Mifanda the Singing Soccer Panda. Okay. That's not a show. That's just music videos for a soccer team.
It's just a tourism ad.
Yeah. Next up is the most fucked up one on this list. Okay, I just want to say because I did not know this existed.
Are you
Monster
sure
Girl.
about that?
I didn't know it existed.
That...
Okay, well maybe
because I was
going to
say there is one that just straight up says hentai in the name later. So
that's true.
That's
but
just straight say hentai in it.
okay, so the thing is this one is Monster Girl Doctor. It's a spin-off of Monster Musume.
Is it actually Monster Musume or is it?
Yes, it's a spin-off.
Okay, because I mean,
Is
like,
it in the same world?
No.
Oh.
well, yeah, because I mean, like, when Monster Musume was popular, there were a bunch of monster manga that came out around the same
Yeah,
time.
just coincidentally.
It's literally called Monster Musume, then Doctor. Like that's what Monster Girl Doctor. Like it's the same name.
Okay.
It's the same author. It's just like, oh, it's in like a fantasy medieval town with a doctor, and he has a clinic for monster girls.
Okay. Well.
Yeah. So you can imagine where that goes. It is already tagged as ecchi and romance, so you know.
Okay.
Next up is Elvie's favorite, Mr. Love, Queen's Choice.
All right.
By Mappa.
I am terrified. I don't know what. So this is a big problem because the big issue here is that means I need to replay this game. I need to install this app again and replay this game because I'm worried that it might spoil things I wasn't aware of.
You're worried to get a game spoilered?
Huh? Yeah.
You're worried?
Like I'm not saying it's
you
good
were going to go
plot,
back to it before that?
Shit, yeah, I know. Gotta do my dailies again.
God.
I was doing so well, and then this happened. I keep forgetting this was going to exist.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But it's about a girl who's she's like a media producer. She inherits the company from her father at the ripe young age of 22, I think. I was like, whoa.
Wow.
But hey, nepotism, right?
Yeah.
And then she runs into, she runs into this problem where their company is going to go bankrupt because they haven't been making good projects or they haven't been getting good numbers on stuff. And she decided she just runs into these hot guys, and she's like, "Oh yeah, let's recruit them to like act in our programming or like do our commercials," and it actually does, boost up the company's reputation and stuff. But and you know they're getting more, better ratings and all. But then she finds out like, oh, like there's more to it. They all have like these weird secret powers, and there's some weird like bigger conspiracy about like people like this who have these powers. And then she herself probably has some sort of secret ability and stuff. So yeah, it's kind of like a covert. Well, not really like a superhero show, but it's one of those things where it's like, like what's really going on, where like in a world where people with supernatural like superpowers exist, and like there's like a secret organization behind that.
Yeah, called Evil.
They're called Evil, which is just love backwards, which is pretty good writing.
That's pretty good.
But no, like it was like a big deal because like one of the characters who's a cop, by the way, so this is a little weird now. But he's voiced by Claude's voice actor in the English version from Fire Emblem, and he's very nice about it. He's very nice, but it just sounds exactly like Claude. Like he doesn't even change his voice. It's really weird, but I don't know. Yeah, I do have to watch this. So
I might watch it. I don't know.
I don't know. It might be a mistake.
Harsh.
It was like a big deal when they're like, oh, the voice actress for the main character was announced and stuff too. And I'm curious if they're gonna do like a twisted first person thing, which is what the game is like. I'd be like, oh, that'd be interesting if they did it, where they'll uncomfortably just stare at you as you're watching the show.
Oh man, that'd be great, like Super Senko Time.
Yeah.
Oh, Super Love Time or whatever I don't know.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Okay, next up is Muyo and Roji's Bureau of Supernatural Investigation second season. So this is apparently the first season was in 2018.
Wow. That's a good gap.
Yeah, that's a weird gap. Maybe they just needed to get more content, as they say, from the manga. Because it is based off of a manga that's in Weekly Shonen Jump. No, they did not need more material because it ran from 2004 to 2008. Never mind. What? Wait, what? So, okay, so like for the 10th anniversary, they announced an anime. That makes sense, right? That tracks.
Wow.
They're doing that for Bleach, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And like
okay.
Shaman King.
Yeah, so I can't find a good description of it, but I think that name is self-explanatory.
Yeah.
All right, next up, My Teen Romantic Comedy Snafu Climax. It's the
return.
long-awaited conclusion.
It's
Yeah, to My Teen Romantic Comedy Snafu. I know nothing about this.
I know some people really like this show.
Mm-hmm.
So. Like it doesn't like I don't know like it doesn't go gross like it just says, oh, it's like a good show. That's all I hear really. As far as I know. But, yeah, I don't know if they're not telling me everything, but
All right. Ninja Collection, set in modern-day Tokyo, where dreams and desires are afloat. A group of ninjas called Tokeshu is set to stop the spread of darkness by using ancient techniques passed down through the generation. All right. Sounds like a ninja boy thing that is for a gacha game.
Looks really bad.
It looks bad. No.
It looks kind of cheap. I don't know what's like.
It is a 9-minute episodes.
Okay. I'm curious as to how the actual show looks like.
It's absolutely a gacha game. Like, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
I feel like there's no way that it's not that.
It's like it happened. Yeah, they were like, oh, we gotta make an because that's the thing now. We gotta make the anime to promote the game. And I wouldn't be surprised.
So it's a spin-off of Yami Shibai, Japanese ghost stories.
All right.
Oh, that's that uniquely animated one. I don't know, you might have seen it. It's that's weird. Why? Okay, whatever. I'm not okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. Someone will figure that out. You can write in if you know anything about that. I don't know a damn thing. No Guns Life Season 2.
Excited for that, Rose?
Alright.
Yeah, sure. I hope it'll be good. I really liked the aesthetic of the first one, and if I hope that they keep it still more like a case by case basis, like the first season was. Because I think overarching, I always feel like overarching stories and crime stuff is way less interesting than procedural.
I agree.
Type thing. Yeah. Obake Zukan. Guess it's a yokai show.
Cute.
For kids.
It seems like
It
it's
looks
just
like
like
a PBS show.
it looks like
Very
it's just
cute.
like little like segments in a show. It's not actually like a
Oh,
full
okay.
show. Yeah.
All right. Peter Grill and the Philosopher's Time. It's really sad what
Interesting
the
name.
author of that came out on Twitter and said some bad things. I don't know.
Oh no.
No, I'm joking. I was just making a joke because it sounds like Harry Potter. I'm sorry.
It does.
Peter Grill discovered he won a fighting tournament and was crowned the world's strongest warrior, but he discovers a new downside to his newfound fame. Women of all species, from ogres to elves, are scrambling over each other for his seed to ensure they have the strongest babies possible.
No.
Poor
Oh
Peter
my
just
God.
wants to settle down with his lovey-dovey fiancée, but he'll have
Poor
to
Peter.
outmatch, outwit, and outrun a harem of very determined monster girls to do so.
They absolutely want to fuck this boy.
That is what it said, yes. That's what it said.
That's just the bread.
They
that's
didn't
it.
even like have subtext to imply that. They just outright said it.
They want to milk him fucking dry.
I don't like what couldn't he just whatever. I'm not
Like what is the subject and the philosopher's time that has nothing connected to they.
man, who knows?
It seems like a scary show. I will personally not touch
It's
that.
I will try my best not to. But who knows?
Yeah.
Pokemon's continuing. That already came back, right, John?
Not yet. It's coming back in a few
Oh, it's coming
days,
back
yeah,
in like
but-
a couple days, yeah.
Yeah.
By the time this goes up, probably, basically,
Yes.
it'll be.
Yes.
Rent a Girlfriend. I think it's just like it's like, oh, there's a service where you can rent a girlfriend, but then they fall in love or something like that. I think that's what it is.
This could potentially be interesting.
It's like college,
It could
right?
also
So-
easily swerve to just being really bad. You know,
Yeah.
it's one of those things where it's like, okay, because this is actually like it's a legit thing too, where
Yeah.
in Japan, like and like I'm sure here like some extent, but like the idea of like renting quote unquote, and it sounds bad because you're referring to people that way, but it legitimately is like you're not doing anything bad with them, but it's this idea of like false, faking friends and family to look good. So I don't know if that's that specifically, or if this is this own twisted like interpretation of what that means, but
mean-
it could easily go really bad. But also I can see it as potentially being actually like, oh, interesting, and going into something like deeper than that. But who knows? Anime is always like a minefield, right?
Yeah.
I mean, when are they just gonna put out an anime based on egirl.gg or whatever?
Oh,
All right. So. Yep. That's,
those words were said, yeah.
oh wow. So next up is ReZero Season 2, Part
I love that they
1.
put a spoiler tag.
Yeah, well, so they just outright spoil the whole
Oh.
first series if you read that. So, which I mean, they kind of have to explain
Yeah.
what's going to happen. But I won't spoil it if you haven't watched ReZero. Just know it's continuing. What happened in ReZero?
Alright.
It'll probably mostly be about the Rem girl, maybe. Everyone likes her. Yeah. There's a lot of figures of that one. Shadowverse, I hate looking at it constantly all the time. As we've said before, that's just continuing to go. Whatever. 48 episodes, huh? They were able to get that? Okay. So this is the one that just had hentai in its name. It's Super HX. I'm assuming it's supposed to be like heroes,
Arrows,
since
right,
X
arrows,
is silent in Japanese. You know.
Sure.
In a world on the verge of a great disaster that began 5 years ago, heroes, with the help of a device called HX Eros, use the power of ecchi and erotic power to save the planet from libido-devouring monsters.
All right.
I'm not going to read more of this. It does not sound good. Okay, I'll read more of it. Hold on. Enjo and Hoshino are childhood friends who have drifted apart from each other, but one day they're caught in a battle against a sensor bug that feeds on human sexual energy to evolve. After successfully taking down the enemy, they join a group of heroes like them, using the erotic power of HX Heroes Force to fight off monsters. I hate it. I'm sick of it. Get it away.
I think it's really funny that, like, this is absolutely a show that would, like, exist in America, but, like...
Oh, yeah.
It would just be, like, penis man and breast woman and ass enjoyer. That would be, like, the characters. But it's, like, here they're just, like, have, like, semi-normal character designs, but, like, it's gonna be basically the same thing. Like, I think that's something that, like, we really gotta think about as, like, a worldwide society, that, like, our ideas are very similar, but we just don't really accept it.
It's true. I guess you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
It could potentially, it could potentially be actually a goofy, legitimately just like a huge subversion. And it's not what we expect, but at the same time,
hey, LV, I'm gonna go with no. I think that's the most generous I've ever seen someone be to something. I think you were just really kind right then.
You're right. It's probably just. It's just another show that is a coward and doesn't want to actually just be porn.
Yes, absolutely. That's what it's going to be. They can make more money this way, so.
Yeah.
Sword Art Online. This got delayed to this season. It didn't air at all, but this will be the ending. This is the last one.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. Who knows what will happen to Kirito and friends? Because all the friends are there now. Taiko's Everyday Life 2. Don't know what that is. Studio to be determined. Okay.
Nothing is sure right now.
Nothing is sure. All right. Here's another real
still
one.
Going apparently.
Yeah, apparently. Nobody knows who's making it, but fucking whatever. God of High School.
This is based on a manhwa like.
Oh, okay. That's
So
that's right. I knew
thing,
there
I
was
think.
another one coming.
Yeah. So this is the utter wonder experimenting with.
Okay, so
Mappa doing it. Interesting.
yeah, hey. Jin Mori has declared himself the strongest high schooler. His life changes when he's invited to participate in God of High School tournament to determine the strongest high schooler of all.
Okay.
He's told that if he wins, any wish he makes will be granted. All the participants are powerful contenders who fight their hardest for their own wishes. What awaits them at the end of the tournament? A chaotic battle is about to begin. Okay.
All right.
It is similar to Tower God's premise. Okay, so they both have God in the name, and
Yeah.
also it's basically like a tournament, similarly, where it's like all of these different
Yeah.
characters have to win it or like reach an end, so they get some they fulfill their something. So that's interesting to have like I don't know why. I guess because that type of genre is like an easy template to work with too.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're like I don't know if this one says oh okay, this one was definitely a webtoon. Yeah, I think even like if you're coming from a webtoon, that's like easy to work with in terms of like pacing and building out so many pages you can post and update with. I guess that makes sense. But they have a very similar premise from what this sounds like. But I'd be interested. I've never read this one. I have no idea what this one is, but
Yeah,
I'd be
no
interested to check this out. You know, if the Tower God anime was really good, which
Yeah.
I'll talk about, like this would be interesting.
All right, Millionaire Detective's coming back. Remember what we said about the author for that, so just watch out.
Deeply unfortunate.
Yeah. Misfit of the Demon King Academy. This one was delayed a few times, I think. The tyrannical Demon King has been reincarnated after 2,000 years. However, his suitability to the academy that educates candidates to become the new Demon King renders him a misfit. I don't know what that means. Anos Voldegord was a tyrannical demon king that eradicated human spirits and even the gods, but became bored of eternal warfare and reincarnated with dreams of a peaceful world. However, what awaited him in reincarnation after 2,000 years were descendants who became too weak after being accustomed to peace. Everyone insults him as inferior. I don't really know what else to say. It looks like, probably harem anime.
Yeah.
So he was like a demon king, like who at some point just died. Whatever.
Yeah.
He reincarnates, and then now he's like this guy.
Yeah.
And then when he comes back to hell, everyone's just normal and like probably an idiot and like hot anime girls. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah, and they're bullying
And he's like,
him.
"What? This is not how it's supposed to be." He's upset about the anime girl harem. That's now everyone.
They're probably going to call him like a chuny or something like that, since he's...
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. we were writing the jokes for his series as we speak.
Okay, so this next one's really fucked. Okay, so it's Umayon.
Horse Girls.
It's Uma Musume Pretty Derby. That game never came out.
Really?
No, they made the anime to
Wow.
be a preview for the game. They did a ton of crossover events and a bunch of games and everything, and did all this shit. And the game still hasn't come out, and now they're making another anime.
Oh, that's so sad. How come? Like, what do you know? Anything?
We don't
why?
know. No, they keep saying Cygames keep saying that it's going to come out, but it hasn't.
That's so weird.
So it's really weird. I don't know what's up with that. They haven't like explained a reason why. They just keep saying, yeah, it was supposed to launch like 2 years ago or something.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I just remember these characters being way older than I wouldn't be surprised 3 to 4 years ago. I feel like this is like
They started like teasing them, but then like the game was supposed to come out like spring 2018, I think, and it just never did.
Yeah, I remember watching like an episode or two of Pretty Derby, and I was just like, A, I was like, what the fuck is this? And B, I was also like, where's the game?
Bizarre.
Very.
All right, this looks like the last one on the list, unless you want me to go to those other two, but I
mean,
don't know about those.
look, the last two on here is there's a show called Wacky TV Na 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 Chase the Kraken Monster, which just looks like the worst thing ever. And then, and then
Angry Banana Man.
Yeah. And then Yu-Gi-Oh! Is coming back, which I will continue watching so I can talk shit about it, but yes.
You hate it so much.
I don't like it. I don't like Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s. Rush Duels can eat my ass.
Okay, so the other show is Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out. You won't believe it. It's about this girl, and she has big bazongos.
She does.
Yep.
She does.
And all she does is hang out with this dude and make fun of him. And that's the show. People really like a shirt that she wears and draw it on all anime women who have ever existed. And that's all I know.
Yeah?
It's the one that says Sugoi Dekai. Yeah. That's all the shows.
That's it?
That's it.
Congrats.
There's like a couple movies, but nothing crazy that's really
No.
worth mentioning, to be honest. Hold on.
There was one about a novelist. I forgot the name of it that I've seen. I was like, oh, this could be good. This could be good. It's about a novelist who falls in love. He realizes he's gay, I think, basically. And I think it's an original story. And I just remember seeing art for it. It's like, oh, this looks really nice. This looks
Okay.
really pleasant.
Hi,
Hopefully
sorry.
it will not be bad. I think it's called Umebe no... Oh, I don't know what the English name is. This is not set to English right now. It's coming out in September.
Okay.
And I think the Violet Evergarden movie's still coming out.
That is true. I know.
Yeah, and they announced season 2, I think.
Oh.
I was seeing some people talk about it. They might have done that when they aired the movie or something. I think they already aired it somewhere in Japan, but not here. Or they're going to put it on streaming services.
Yeah.
What's the Netflix show this time around? Is it Great Pretender? Because I know they always have one. I think it's Great Pretender. Looking at this list, yeah. Great
Yeah.
Pretender aired
The
in
movie
June
I was referring
2nd.
to is called Seaside Stranger in English.
Okay.
Oh.
3 years ago, Hashimoto Shun, a gay novelist in the making, met Shibana Mio, a very quiet high school student in Okinawa. Mio had lost both of his two parents and was often seen sitting on a bench until very late, watching the scene near Shun's house. They slowly grew closer together, but Mio suddenly had to leave the island to pursue his studies. 3 years later, Mio returns to Okinawa, and he just, I don't know, it's like a whole thing. It's like a low-key romance story or something about that. So, yeah. That might be interesting. It's based on a manga? interesting.
All right.
Yeah, so there's something that would be potentially good.
All right. Well, we can go to the real show now, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't think we have too much to talk about, but yeah. Okay. John, let's start with Kaguya. Let's talk about that one
Sure.
first. Yeah, what did you think of this non-jokes episode?
So, I have conflicting feelings about it. So I guess just to kind of fill folks in, last few episodes have been like an Inigami, like, kind of backstory scenario. Like, they were going into him joining the cheerleading squad, and then they kind of just started to go like, huh, you know, like, why is he so hard to, like, crack? Why is he so reserved? Because, you know, he was always, like, you know, your distant nerd type, but they kind of want to explain, like, why he's so standoffish. And so they go into that, and it basically... So I guess I'll just... I feel like I need to explain what happens to kind of explain why I don't like it. So, if you don't want to be spoiled for Kaguya, skip ahead a bit. But they reveal that the reason why he's so standoffish is because he was he like basically became friends with this girl in his class, and you know, she was really popular, and you know, he was not like falling for her or anything. He was just kind of like, she made me feel like I was noticed, and that was just a nice thing to have every day, where, you know, I kept to myself, but, you know, if she saw me in class, she would say hi, and, you know, she would, like, you know, like, if she saw that I knocked something over, she would help pick it up or something. Like, it was just, like, a reassuring thing. And so he enjoyed her as a person. And, he found out, basically, that her boyfriend was cheating on her. And so Inigami confronts the boyfriend, and the boyfriend is like, I think he's like the leader of the theater club or something like that. And so basically Inigami's just like flipping out at him like, hey, you need to stop. You either need to like stop what you're doing or break up with her. You can't do that to her. And the guy straight up is like, hey, if you shut up about this, I'll let you sleep with my girlfriend. And Inigami freaks out and starts beating the shit out of him. And basically the boyfriend like tricks the crowd that gathers around, saying like, oh, he's beating me up because he wants my girlfriend, but I'm not going to let him, you know. And so everyone believes the more popular boy, because, you know, that's just, you know, people are more willing to believe someone that they already know. So Inigami's suspended, and he needs to write an apology letter to the guy, basically. But he never does, because he just doesn't want to break his morals. He's just like, I don't want to apologize to him, and he was wrong. And, like, everyone is against him. Like, his parents are pissed at him because they just want him to finish school. All the, like, counselors are just like, you know, you're just being a bitch about this. Why don't you just write the letter? You can come back to school. And Inigami just barely graduates middle school and then goes to high school at the academy, and you know, that's that. But, you know, with that backstory explained, they, you know, show him start to warm up with the cheerleading squad, and he's kind of improving as a person. But then you see him, like, see the girl in the crowd, and she's mad at him. And that's the part where I'm like, okay, because, you know, she's, like, screaming at him to fuck up. She's, like, pissed at him. And then, like, later on, they reveal that, like, the rest of the student council got together and, like, basically got the dude in trouble finally, and, like, revealed all the bad shit he was doing, and, like, vindicated him, and was just like, hey, you don't have to write that note. If you're gonna write something, tell him to go to hell. And so, like, he, like, just like Like, the president just wrote, like, "Go to hell, dumbass," on the note. Just like, this is what you should send him. And that was nice, but it's just like, the girl is, like, pissed at Inagami still, and she's like, he broke up with me after that. I would have been so happy with him. You made him break up with me. And it's just like this weird thing where, like, why did they make the girl pissed off at him? Like, and then he tells her to go to hell. It's just like, what the fuck? Like why did they do that? It's such like a weird, like, they pull the rug out from under the whole thing, you know? Like, giving this story to, like, you know, like, Inagami not being believed because he's, like, this reserved, unpopular boy, and then him kind of giving up on getting to know people because of that. That all makes sense. But then they have to, like, undermine it by having this, like, this girl be shitty, and, like, I can't, like, why wouldn't Kaguya and, like, the rest of them, like, tell her what happened? It's such a weird thing. Like, why would they have her be shitty, too? When, like, Inagami saved her from, like, abuse, basically. Like, the boyfriend was ready to, like, shop out his girlfriend for sexual favors. Like, it's fucking, it's not right. It's really weird. I don't know why they pulled that.
Yeah, I really didn't understand what was going on. The weirdest thing to me was just how they had, like, the girl's friends be like, "What's wrong with you?" or whatever afterwards. Like, why is she like this? And I'm like, what? Like,
it made no sense. Like, I was like having fun with it. I was like, yeah, you know what, it got me. Yeah, grow up, figure yourself out. And then they introduced the shit with the girl, and I was just like, what? Why? Huh? Like, what? Like, why is she against him? Like, I don't know. They very much could have just had, like, Kaguya or like, just tell her, like, hey, your boyfriend's a piece of shit. That's why he broke up with you, because he wasn't getting away with it anymore. Like, they could have just done that, and then, you know, like, I'm not like, or at the very least, like, you don't even have to, like, you know, obviously, I think there's, like, maybe an argument that, like, she should be involved at some point, because then she's just, like, basically a plot device, and, you know, she's a character, she's, you know, women characters should not just be, like, regulated to that, but then at the same time, it's like, I would almost rather they just do that instead of have her show up and be, like, a shithead, even though she was, like, basically about to get shopped around. Like, that's fucked.
yeah.
Was she, like, familiar, like, with what he was doing? It sounds like there's, like, a disconnect between what they were trying to convey, because I think it makes sense why she would be upset. And, you know, unfortunately, knowing some people who are like this, they would rather have, like, the comfort of someone abusive versus, like, willing to let that go. I mean, like, you know, they're willing to take that because they, for some reason, they're just, you know, again, they're, like, unfortunately so delusioned by it, or, like, you know, they don't, you know, and they would.
I mean, they didn't touch upon that, you know, and the way that they set it up, it was just that she just didn't know, and that just makes it feel weird, because again, it's like they don't include her at all. Like, one of the student council people, like, you know, obviously it's kind of easy to just be like, oh, so, you know, someone should have, but, like, I feel like if something like if I was involved in something like that, like if I was the president, if I was in Kaguya's place or something like that, I would have made sure that the guy was in trouble, but I would have also contacted the girlfriend and been like, hey, look, your boyfriend's a piece of shit, here's the proof. There you go. Like, I would have, like, told her what the hell was happening, you know? Like, it's such a weird thing.
Yeah, it sounds like there was, like, a lack of communication between the characters, and also, like, the show communicating to the viewer of, like, oh, what exactly is the perspective of everyone involved here?
Exactly.
And they didn't quite do that perfectly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can see that being kind of confusing at the end and being like, what? Like, what?
I think the real thing that just struck me about it is, I don't know about y'all, but middle schooler holding a grudge like that for 3 years is a little unrealistic to me. I don't know. Like,
I mean,
to the point where she would go to another school.
Yeah, that's the really wild thing. Like Inagami's problem, like, makes sense, where he's just like, you know, that is, like, really traumatic, and you know, like, being, like, stuck in your room, and, like, basically everyone trying to force you into writing a note to somebody that got you in such huge trouble, you know, like that like explains his morals and all that, and like it's a little extreme, but at the same time, you know, it's an anime, but yeah, the girl like still caring about that, like dating the theater, the head of the theater club, like oh my god. Like, what the fuck is he gonna do with his life that you, like, want to keep dating him up through high school, you know? Like, what the fuck is... Why are you so, like, stuck on this guy? Like, why... Like, go get a new boyfriend. It's been 3 years. Like... It's a really, really weird scenario all around. And, no, yeah, and then, like, yeah, okay. No, yeah, not only does she still carry the grudge, but Kaguya calls her in to show up to the thing to like push Ishigami to move on. Like why? Like why? Why wouldn't Kaguya just say, "Hey, your boyfriend is a piece of shit"? You know, like why make it an antagonistic thing? Like Kaguya had a chance to explain what happened to her. It doesn't make any sense. It's just a really I feel like it's just sloppy. It is straight up sloppy. Like I love so much about Kaguya, but I felt like that whole episode was just the ending of that episode really undermined a lot of stuff that they were going for, and you know it's upsetting when so much of the rest of that show has been so sensational.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like they've really done a good way of balancing like the comedy and drama before, and then this time it really just fell apart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well. LV, what would you like to touch? Do you want to say about how Sing Yesterday for me ended bad, like you thought?
What?
How Sing Yesterday ended, as you were worried.
Okay, so a lot of things have ended. So, and that's like a lot of the stuff I've seen. So I have finished it. So, like the big problem was, one of the problems with Sing Yesterday for me, it was initially communicated that this thing was going to have more episodes than I thought it would have. But apparently, that was a misunderstanding. No, it does in fact end at 12 episodes. It does not have a weird secret batch of additional episodes. What those are, from my understanding, are just extra specials in between that don't really add much to the series. So whatever. But anyway, my big problem with the show is, of course, I knew the show was doomed to have an end pairing that I would not like. I know the show was, but my biggest problem with it was that it was not even developed well. They rushed a lot of things in the last episode. And what I'm reading, like, in the communities who, like, you know, who read the manga and stuff, like, you know, the manga has so much more material that actually progresses time a lot and shows, like, a huge passage of time where our main character would be, like, actually dating this, you know, like, his initial love interest first and going through the tides of that. And in the series, that only kind of happens, and doesn't even really happen that long or significantly. They don't even hold hands. Like, I don't know. It happens for like 2 episodes, and then we like jump to the last episode where he's like, wait, never mind, I have a revelation. I want this other girl and stuff. And that kind of is just like, what? Like, because most of the series is about all these characters worrying about like being unsure about each other and like, oh, you know, not really knowing what to do. And all of that, it's, you know, like, just to sum it up, all of that's just kind of rushed in one single episode. And it just felt like really, like, unsatisfying in a way where, like, even though I don't personally think these two, and my personal thing is that none of these characters should be like with each other. All of them don't really have, like, it's not clear if any of them resolved any of their personal issues. Like, I don't think that's what happened. Like, none of these people should be dating each other. But nonetheless, that was going to happen either way. I expected that, but they just kind of rushed all that in the last episode. Even worse, and all, like, you know, this is kind of divisive. There was like one character who basically regressed. In a way, but I think that's kind of interesting because I think it's kind of like a neat like statement to say, like, you know, some people unfortunately are stuck in their own ways and you can't really help them, and like what happens to them is kind of left ambiguously, and that's kind of cool. I think that was unintentional, and that could have been a legitimate like bad writing decision, but it definitely got some people up in arms about it. But that's basically my take on. Also, that's basically my take on Sing Yesterday. But also, they don't even explain the title. They don't explain what Sing Yesterday for me is. I will never know what the yesterday and Sing Yesterday for me means. I don't know if it means a Beatles song or some other song, but alas. And I hope to never talk about these characters again.
I'm so sorry. That had to happen to you.
Also,
'cause-
speaking of which, I keep complaining how like this one girl has the crow girl. She has this
Right.
crow showed up for a total of like 2 episodes. This crow literally did nothing. So they're like near the end episode. I think she's like so. There's a whole thing like literally the last episode. She gets I think her apartment unfortunately gets robbed or something. I think that's what happens. And then she's like, and there's a whole thing in the last episode where she has to like decide like, oh, I'm gonna move back with my parents for a while and take a break or whatever. And like. That's like the first time the crow shows up in a long while because like she's carrying her luggage and the crow cage is there and like the whole dramatic like plot devising is like the crow like stops her from boarding the bus and she realized I must confess my love to this guy and stuff and that's it like but the crow showed up for like a total of like 2 episodes I feel like in terms of screen time at all but yeah it was a show that had very beautiful moments and very I think strong performances and like pretty good thoughts, but like there's shows that are much better out there. I think that does the same thing that wouldn't end on such an unsatisfactory note, you know. So yeah, this was.
I'm so
would not
sorry.
recommend. Yeah, it's okay though.
You know, I really only have one show that I'm going to talk about, so I'll just say it now. Because I was trying to think of like what's meaningful things to say, and I don't have much to say about a couple of the shows that I finished. Really, I think I've covered all those bases. So I'll just reiterate: the book Isekai is great. I highly recommend people watching it. I think season 2 was way better than season 1, and I already liked season 1 for the most part. I think that is a great world building anime. It really is. They just like constantly nail it and they never get too ridiculous like too many things. The last episode finally had her acknowledge that she was an isekai baby after all this time still and be like, yeah, I had a past life. Oh geez, I didn't tell my mom. And like she was like remembering, oh, my last conversation with my mom was like getting mad that she was getting mad at me that I was reading at the table or something like that. It's like, oops. It was interesting. It was really good. I really liked that show a lot. I might go and read the books now, honestly. They seem to imply they're going to do more anime for it, so.
All right.
I couldn't exactly figure out what was going on with that series when I was Googling. It seems that they have part 1, part 2, and part 3, and none of them are done. And I don't know what that means. I'm going to assume that part 2 is the part that I watched where they're at the orphanage or whatever and stuff like that. The church, I mean, and doing all that stuff. And then I don't know what part 3 is. They also implied she's going to get another dad whenever they animate more. Because now the priest is trying to get this knight dude to adopt her so she can be like an official noble or whatever. He basically like was like, this girl has invented pizza, this girl has invented like books and all this other bullshit, like we need to keep her safe. She will like fucking like destroy the whole world probably, and it will be great. It was good. It was a really good series, and I highly recommend anyone check it out because it's probably one of the better isekais I've seen ever. Yeah, I really liked it. But also I totally understand why you dropped it, LP, because the opening was like.
But it sounds like season 2 got really action packed.
Yeah, so like the way I was describing, because I watched with my roommate, and my roommate was saying like, hey, like, you know, like I like that a lot more than the first season. And I was like, yeah, I think like the main thing is like, because they were showing all the characters at the ending or whatever that had been in that season, and I was like there's this one girl, like if this one girl had been in season 1 characters, they would have dedicated like 3 whole episodes to her and like accomplished nothing like the whole time, like, whereas it was one and done this time, and like it had a really elegant pace to it that like it covered all the bases, it covered all the things that are about this character in like one episode, and you didn't need to waste all this time over and over, you know. Like I think they really did a good job. I'm really interested to see what happens in that series. Like, I don't know where they're going to keep going with it, because she's only made one book. She made one book, and it's a children's book about religion.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, I really like it. Yeah. Speaking of books, actually, John, do you want to talk about 20th Century Boys, which you've been reading?
Yes. I have read 2 more volumes of that. I'm up to volume. I'm looking. 6, I think. Hang on. I can't see. I can't see my bookshelf from here. Yeah, oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. I don't know. It's hard to talk about because I don't want to spoil stuff. I want people to just go out and read. I want you to check it out. Go check it out at your library, or I guess that's probably not safe still. Please check it out how you can. It's such a fantastic story. It is. The thing is, though, I really thought that it would be shorter than it is, because every couple of volumes it feels like it's wrapping up, but then I start reading the next volume and it just keeps going, but it's still just as good. It doesn't feel like it didn't earn the rest of it, if that makes sense. It's just sensational. Where I'm at, we're getting to the point where, we might figure out who the friend is who has taken over the world or is trying to take over the world, I guess. Trying to become the president of the world, and supposedly in 2015 the world will end. That is what they say. It's a lot of like conflicting tales and sharp twists and turns, and I read the last volume that I bought. I was reading it so much that I forgot to eat, and I was just like panting and like sweating reading it. Like, it was so stressful. I was just like, oh, like I was like so like nervous as I was turning those pages to see who was doing what. Just really, really excellent storytelling. So please do check out 20th Century Boys. I highly, highly recommend it. The Viz are doing those really nice, like $20, like super, super nice books. I don't know how much longer it's gonna go on for. I think like Volume 9 is confirmed to be coming out in September. I don't know how long it is off the top of my head, but it's really, really amazing stuff. I definitely have to read more Urasawa stuff after this. I'll probably read Pluto next, because I have a volume of that already, and so I would like to continue to read that. But yes, do check out 20th Century Boys. It's very good.
Yeah, it's great. I haven't read manga in a long time. That's weird to say, but I mean, I haven't been. If there were any series I was following, I kind of just fell off. I've been just kind of focusing on watching, so that's something I should resume at some point. And checking through my library, oh yeah, what finally has a new volume that came out, right?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you're enjoying it so much. I know a lot of people who really like it, so maybe I'll check it out at some point. I really like Monster, so. All right, there's a few here actually that I want to ask you about. What is? So you say here the Dakaichi. You think you just ended up watching porn?
Yeah, I mean, I ended it pretty quickly. Don't worry.
Okay.
Oh boy. But this came out 2 years ago. Again, I'm doing this whole thing where I'm just exploring random stuff that seemed interesting. As stuff was rented out. I think the full title, and this, I'm sorry, we read some rancid stuff already. It's Daikaichi, which is a shortened version of the full title, which is I'm being menaced by the hottest men in showbiz. I think that might be the full title.
All right.
Yeah, it's a bunch of words I cannot say, won't pronounce. But this is an anime, but it's explicitly based on a yaoi, like a porn, like a yaoi, like whoa, yaoi. Not like
Yowie.
Yowie.
yaoi. Yeah, not just a BL or like a gay theme. This is like a pornographic work that this was based on. And this came out a few years ago. The premise is that this, this high profile like male actor, he's like a big deal in the business. He's like, like in the popularity polls, he's like, like a fan favorite, so he's getting a lot of good gigs because of that. His reputation's solid. And then one day he notices like his ranking like goes down, and like this guy, this much younger actor, is like now number one, and he's no longer number one, and it sucks. He's like fucked up. He's like fucking upset. He's like fucking pissed off. He's like, I gotta challenge this guy, etc. And then unfortunately one day on set for like some show he's shooting, they decide like like the directing team or whatever, like there's a whole thing about negotiating where like, oh yeah, we're gonna get this new guy to work with you because that'd be a great idea for you two to collab, given that you two are like the most popular actors right now in the industry. And they do that, and then it just gets into like a gross typical premise that's a huge problem in yaoi, where like like the whole thing about like I apologize to anyone, just be, but like sexual assault turning into love, and it's
Yeah.
oh god.
No,
And
definitely.
that's essentially what happens here. So like the after hanging out at the bar, because it's a whole big thing, like it's a classic thing in the industry, and especially when networking, like where like people go out in a restaurant, they celebrate like a big first day on the shoot, and then they go to the bar, they get drunk, etc., and like they go home together, these two actors, and then like the younger actor reveals to him that he's in love with this guy, and he says a whole thing about like asking him, can I have sex with you and stuff like that. It's like, oh no, this is getting really bad, like oh no. And like, and nothing actually happens, which I was like, oh okay. But yeah, it was like he was trying to force himself on him and stuff. It wasn't good. I've read more about this series where like people who've read the actual like it's like really, it actually is really bad. Like he actually does like assault him basically, and like and yeah, there's not much substance after it. It's like a whole thing after that where the actor, basically he's blackmailed because now that incident happened. The older actor, the incident now that happened, he's blackmailed into just being stuck in a sexual relationship with this guy because he's afraid of being outed that these two are like secretly having sex, etc. And it just sucks. It's like, what? That's the premise? This sucks. But I kept going for a bit. I just wanted to see what happens. And yeah, each episode is just, there's nothing substantial. This is just classically, this is just porn. Like nothing really happens. They just have like sexual shenanigans in weird places, and like there's a whole thing where like they're like, oh yeah, there's and yeah, it's just like, oh yeah, there's nothing substantial here. It's just porn. But yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna keep finishing this. I think I know where this ends up going. So yeah, I'm not. I was just curious about it. But yeah, no, like, and the anime itself is not well, it's not explicit. I think it hits that cusp of ecchi where they show enough where it's like, oh yeah, we're not gonna. They just show enough where it's like, this is pretty bad, and that you would not watch this in front of other people, or like, but also it just doesn't show enough for it to be categorized as like actually like a hentai. It's still categorized as just a very strong ecchi, but the manga itself, I believe, is actually just outright explicit and shows everything. But yeah, that was my journey. So I don't know. I should have known better. I should have expected that to happen, but alas, here we are. So now I know. But I don't know. But otherwise, the premise is interesting, and like it's a shame that it's just this, where like this idea of like this actor kind of competing with another guy, like that's kind of interesting, I think. But yeah, it's not worth it. Don't do it.
It's not worth it. That sounds rough as hell.
I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. I don't know, it reminded me a lot of Citrus, where similarly it is like this idea of like, oh, they have a secret sexual relationship out of like blackmail and twisted reasons, and that kind of is it. But this one is a little more lighthearted about that, which sucks because again,
that's kind of scarier, right?
This guy got taken advantage of. What the fuck? And now it's just kind of like a joke. It's like, whatever. But yeah, that exists. Watch out. Watch out.
Planning a sign here that says, do not mess with that.
Do not.
Stay out.
Do not.
Oh, man. Well, brighter news, they did announce Villainous Season 2, so
Yes. And I don't know if you watched the last
did.
episode, but it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was good. So what do you expect? You know, I don't know if there's really anything to spoil. It's kind of like, you know, Katarina does her thing and things go fine, you know? And then they're all just in their hive together at the end. And
She's like, I got the friendship ending.
I'm like, that's not a friendship ending. That's your perspective.
Yeah, the friendship
but-
ending where everyone comes up and says they love you and want to stay with you forever.
Yeah. And desire you badly, yes. Yeah, it's good. Hope to see more. Yeah, like I'm curious, especially since it's the whole idea where like she reached a point where the script of the game ends. So like I'm curious now what her main agenda would be moving on, and like what
Yeah.
the rest of that is. Like I'm just curious if she's just gonna be chilling and it's just gonna be like a slice of life purely at this point, which is fine. Like I don't know, like it's a fun cast of characters in the world. So. But yeah, man, that man really was called Serious Dick.
He was, and then serious
They
dick.
said his name would. Yeah, he was though. He was.
He
though,
was a
so.
serious dick. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like. I can't believe. Well, I won't spoil it all. You can watch the damn episode and find out. But there was some weird. I thought it was interesting. I don't know what was going on there at the end, but it was like, okay, with his arc, I mean.
Yeah, they kind of just vomited though at once, and I think that would be like a flaw. Like it's like what?
Yeah.
I feel like he was not inserted enough throughout the series.
No, absolutely.
Like,
I think that's the
I think
biggest
if they
problem.
did, that would be clever, and it's like, oh wow, this guy's actually bad the whole time. But his name also was Serious Dick though, so
Yeah.
Like he had like no presence throughout the series.
Yeah.
So if they did that, I think that would have been more effective and stronger.
Absolutely.
But otherwise, he was just only there in very specific parts. It was like, oh, the student council president, whatever. But that was like only 2 episodes, I think, where that was important at all. You know?
Yeah. All right, and then do you want to talk about Tower of God?
Yeah, Tower of God is like literally trending on Twitter right now because people
Wow.
are fucking pissed.
Wow.
But for a good reason.
Oh,
For a good reason, because it turns out a particular character is fucking messed up and twisted, and people are really pissed at this character. So that's. I think that's a good thing. I think people were really emotionally affected by like the results of what happened.
Yeah, I still haven't watched the most recent episode, but I did watch the last episode, so I have a pretty good idea.
Yeah. I think it was to be expected. I'm excited. I'm excited now. Like, I think this is the best episode throughout the series too, because I think it had the strongest exposition. Where my biggest complaint with the series is that they fucking don't explain things. They just keep not explaining things. Like, oh, what do the princesses of what are the princesses? Like, why are they powerful? Like, what is going on there? Like, what is jihad? Like, they don't explain things, and that's a big problem. But they actually explain things to the full extent here in such a like straightforward way, and that was kind of refreshing. So in a weird way, I don't know, like, it's also, like, the payoff of, like, this character and, like, everything that comes into play was really good, I think. And, you know, the kind of, like, the little tease shot showing at the end is kind of, like, where the current arc of the webtoon is at, so I think they were pretty spot on with that, so I'm very curious as to, you know, this series should definitely deserves to have, like, a continuation as season 2.
I'm sure it will.
Again, it totally depends on, like, international, it totally depends on the international markets.
Right.
Because I think this really is the first time they had a full-on, like, series based on, like, a Korean work. So, but I don't know, at least just based on, like, English-speaking reception, a lot of people like this series, and especially how the impact of the last episode. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to more if there is more.
Yeah.
And, like, the webtoon's on hiatus, too, apparently. So.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
So. I thought I
people
heard
can
it came
catch
back. Actually, I don't know.
okay.
Maybe it did. Maybe that might not be
I
true.
don't know.
I don't know. All right. So I guess that's everything. Is there anything else anyone want to talk about?
no.
All right. Then John, you can do the question.
Yes, we have a question. If you want to send in a question, go to videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask. You'll sound like this fine folk right here. Kwayanobu asks, similar may have been asked before, but if you guys could each have a CyberConnect 2 game based on one anime series each, what would it be? CyberConnect 2 are well known for making uncomplicated, straightforward games packed with content for fans, like the Naruto games and JoJo All-Star Battle. So if they could give that treatment to anything, what would you want to see? Bonus points if Rose says neither Gurren Lagann or a Trigger property.
Hey. Just because they're the best suited for those games.
Well, I mean, it's just bonus points.
I mean, they are. It is fitting aesthetic.
It's only bonus points. You can say it if you want.
I'm not gonna say it. No,
Okay.
I'll come up with something. Let's see here. I'm gonna look at my completed list and see what I think is a good one for that. Because I feel like Choochagatari stood out immediately to me just when I was scrolling.
Ooh.
But I don't know how well that would serve as a game.
Yeah. It would have really good style, but yeah.
What if they
I don't
just
know.
made it like God Hand? Trying to think of like, especially a long running series, I feel like is the best. Like at least 2 seasons would probably be a good one. You know what? A Madoka game. That's what I want, an actual one. That's what I'm gonna go with.
Yeah,
'Cause-
that's...
There is.
Yeah, they've never made a
Yeah,
real
that's
one.
I know there was the recent record of Lotus War like Metroidvania game. I
Oh,
would love to
right.
see a take on that because I feel like again this is such like a big fantasy franchise that I think was very influential in terms of like the fantasy scene in Japan, and no one like I don't know why no one's like talking. Yeah, like this I think that needs to be up. This franchise in general, this IP needs to be uploaded way more, and I think like video games is a good way to like explore that and push this towards like acknowledgement in the West as well. But yeah, it's like it has a huge world where I think that can be explored as a fighting game, even potentially, even if it's just a fighting game. But yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
I think it's about time that we get an actually good Lupin the Third game. I don't know if CyberConnect would really be up for that, but I just think an actually like fun, goofy Lupin game. Like honestly, I would like a Lupin like visual novel or like Telltale style game. Like I think something like that would work for Lupin, but. Hell, I would just be down for some kind of like stealth action adventure sort of deal where you're just running
Sly
around.
Cooper.
Yeah. Just a Sly Cooper game. Yeah, you're right. But I would love for that
They
to
could
happen.
do that. They've CyberConnect has done stealth stuff in the Naruto games before, so you know.
Well, then there you go. That is my pick.
All right.
Weren't they initially gonna do? I know this is not anime, but weren't they initially gonna do the 7 remake?
They were.
I don't know how to say that.
I don't know why that someone
that's
decided
insane.
they should do that because they have
That
a
is- yeah, I
very
know.
specific skill set, and it is
Yeah.
not that.
Well,
Yeah.
that'll do
go
it,
ahead.
everybody.
Yeah, thank you all for listening. Okay, so yeah, our anime this month is High Score Girl, by the way. You can watch it on Netflix or a bunch of other places also, I think.
I
Or
think
is it
it's just Netflix. It's just Netflix.
Well, fuck. Oh, right, it's a Netflix original. This is something really funny. I don't know have y'all been watching it yet? At all?
I have not yet.
Okay, well, there's a really funny thing on Netflix where after the opening, it does the like you know, like when they do the announcements for like this program was sponsored by
Right.
or whatever. They kept that in as just dead air, even though they said it's a Netflix original and
What
stuff
the
like
hell?
that. And I think that's really funny. But yeah, yeah, y'all watch that before the next time so you can know what's going on. It's certainly a show, is what I'll say. Yeah, and as always, if you have any questions or opinions, you can send them into the Tumblr, videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask. And if you donate $3 or more to our Patreon, you can get shows 1 week early. That's patreon.com/VGCC. And thanks, everyone. Thanks for listening. And I hope you have a wonderful day, night, month, week, year. That's not in chronological order, but whatever. Have a good time. And see you next time.